name is Melinda Coletta. I married him, Bill Griffin. I had choices, but that's what I ended up with.
We're doing barbecue.
We're doing barbecue. We actually the whole week is kind of like a barbecue.
I summer theme.
Yeah.
Summer. Yeah. Have fun. Isn't that a Beach Boys song?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we're making a couple of barbecue sauces today. We're going to be making a blueberry barbecue sauce, a
Chicago barbecue sauce, which I think is a pretty well-versed barbecue sauce. And then we're making my barbecue sauce.
Philly's.
I don't even teach this one.
No, this is a bonus.
This is a bonus one. It's a New England barbecue sauce.
Okay, let me go try to play with the lights.
I guarantee you guys are going to like this one.
You just keep the people entertained and I'll go.
That's not a problem with me. So we're going to start with the blueberry barbecue sauce first. We're going to put a little bit of oil in here. In here we have garlic and onions.
What do you have? Garlic and what?
Onions.
Can you speak English?
I'm speaking like, you guys probably don't remember a guy named
nobody remembers.
Justin Wilson.
Nobody remembers.
He said, I guarantee you like barbecue.
All right, I know, but tell the people what you're doing.
I'm sauteing onion and garlic.
Okay.
I'm caramelizing because I want to get the nice little flavor in there.
Okay.
All right. To that, we're going to add some fresh blueberries.
Could you use...
I'm digressing now.
Could you use frozen ones?
You could use frozen ones, yes. Fresh is better.
One just got away. Just throw it off the
Blueberry Hill. My jokes are so bad.
They are really bad.
Right.
They
have a rubber spatula too.
I love when berries come in a container that you can wash them in and the water just drains out. Which is really
right. So we need most barbecue sauces have some key ingredients. Most of them are made with ketchup. You don't have to make it with ketchup. But they have an acid and a sweetness to it.
Yep.
So the acid we're using in this one is some balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, but like crappy balsamic, not the good. We don't want to use the good stuff in this. We just use the
and the other liquid we're going to get out of this is from the blueberries themselves.
Yep.
And I like making this sauce because it is all natural. It's naturally mean that we don't have to do anything fancy to thicken it up. We add some honey.
Where'd you get your honey?
I stole it from your girls. This is black locust honey, right?
No. No.
What do you think this one is?
Japanese knotweed.
Yeah, it's because it's really dark.
It's very dark, and it may even be a little bit of buckwheat honey.
But this is your grandmother's molasses.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
so good.
Yeah, it is.
And
I don't think people use molasses.
A little bit of cayenne pepper.
Just a tiny bit. And what do you do?
And that's why you pour it into the palm of your hand so you don't have too much in there.
Okay, so you need to...
See?
There we go.
That was way too much.
Yep, so put it down the sink or in the
trash. Okay, so give this a good little stir. And we're going to give this to my lovely assistant, my co-partner, and she's going to put this...
Who's that?
You. On the stove and let it simmer a little bit.
Okay.
Number one down, pineapple. I like to use fresh pineapple, but because we're not going to the market as much, we didn't have fresh pineapple.
Yeah, we're doing this through the pandemic of 2020, so we're trying to cook a lot from our pantry and not make multiple trips to the grocery store. And we will post all the recipes on YouTube, because this video will get moved over to YouTube. There's a little triangle on the bottom. Just press that triangle and the recipe will drop down.
So you get some ketchup in there. Spices for this one here. Don't touch that, please. I know.
Oh, you've got to be nice to me.
I am being nice. Please leave that right there. Okay. Thank you very much. I know what I'm doing sometimes.
There.
Right. So we're going to put in a little bit of dry mustard.
There again, this is why we poured it in the hand, right?
Roasted garlic.
So this is roasted garlic powder.
So can we have used fresh garlic? Yes, but this is going to be so much better.
Yeah, and it's from Penzies. It's the only place we've been able to find it, and it's really delish.
Some brown sugar.
It's basically Italian perfume you can put behind your ears. And it keeps the vampires away.
Now my liquid, I'm using some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. All right, is this because you're cheap or because you're lazy?
What?
What you're doing right now?
No, because I'm cheap.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
My vinegar, I like cider vinegar, but we're out of cider vinegar, so we're using white vinegar instead. I am also going to use some pineapple. Oh, it looks like it's not very juicy. So.
Oh, there's plenty of juice in that. It's crushed pineapple.
It's crushed pineapple. It's a lot of juice, but no juice for me to siphon off. Oh, maybe I can put a little bit in there. So the reason why I'm doing that is I can get
Oh my God.
some juice in here.
You are the cheapest human being on the planet.
But it's all that good stuff in there.
I understand.
And this way, at least we don't turn this ketchup bottle upside down, let it drip. I'll put in a couple spoonfuls of that crushed pineapple in there. Now, if we use this, 2 of these sauces come from our barbecue.
North versus South barbecue class.
Oh, barbecue's a religion.
A religion in the Carolinas.
Carolinas and all over the place. And we use crushed pineapple to make that pig picking cake. That's going way too fast. One over there.
Wow, yeah it is. I forgot about
So, see all that liquid in there? Helps get me all nice and clean.
Well, you're getting more of the ketchup out.
Yeah. Good job.
Thank
I didn't know to put my barbecue sauces back in the container. So put this back on.
Back in the ketchup container, so you know you can use it to squirt out.
So if you wanted to use whole garlic, you wanted to use fresh pineapple, I like using that because what I can do is I take a stick blender and I puree it, and it makes it all put together.
So this is a stick blender or an immersion blender. We do not have a blender because this is really easy to clean. So you put this stick blender down in the pot, you turn it on, and then to clean it, you just rinse it off. I mean, it's, you know, a blender, you got to take the bottom out. It's just a pain.
Can you
Yep, I'll take care of that one.
that one better for me, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the next one we're not cooking. The next one is a non-cooked barbecue sauce. This is my version. Now, has anybody ever? Well, a lot of my barbecue sauces, I like to marry them up or work with my dry rub. So a dry rub to when you're using pork or something like that is a bunch of ratios. And the way I like to figure it is 1 part salt, 1 part sugar, half part salt, and another half part of spices. So you want to put it like 2, 3, 4, 5 different spices. So when you have it together, you have that one whole piece. So my dry rub is similar to some of these ingredients. I just don't use ketchup. So I'm putting some ketchup into the bowl. I like to use a local seasoning, not seasoning, a local sweetness. So again, we're using some of this lovely honey.
The color of that, I really like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Every time you harvest honey, it's always going to be different. It's always going to taste different. I really like this one.
Here's my spices over here. So here's my spices.
We do sell it. It's if you're local and we live in North Providence, Rhode Island. If you're local and you want some, it's $10 for a pound of real local honey.
All right. So for heat, we're going to use that cayenne pepper again. See if I can, there we go, just a little bit this time.
It's just a hint, right?
So, I like to think this is like my apple pie spices.
Yep.
So a little bit of ginger. A little bit. Too much again.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I got chili powder. I forgot I had chili powder in this one. I just put a heat, different heat in this one. Some ground clove.
I'm gonna take care of the barbecue sauce.
Then here, we hand ground some allspice. So put a little bit of fresh allspice in there.
So when we buy spices, we try to get whole berry, or if we can get something whole. And a lot of people think allspice is a bunch of spices mixed together.
That's allspice.
It's not. It's a berry that's dried, and it's lovely. I love it. Used a lot in the Caribbean cooking.
And then we're gonna use some cinnamon. Now,
oh my God, this
I
cinnamon.
love this is eating cinnamon, and cinnamon is definitely my predominant flavor in this one here. And I like using cinnamon because cinnamon is a little tricky spice.
Yeah, it's sneaky.
Because I talk to a lot of people, and most people think of cinnamon as sometimes being sweet.
Yeah.
But cinnamon by itself is not sweet. It is
It's
heat.
It's heat.
Think of a fireball or a red hot.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. I'll get another.
What's the
you
name
have
of
another
that?
spatula?
What's the name of that whiskey? What is it? Fireball whiskey.
Fireball whiskey. Yeah, that. Somebody was drinking that on somebody's wedding. On the
It
bus.
wasn't me.
Is it,
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I can have some salt and pepper. Oh, the salt and pepper's right there.
Salt. Pepper. You all set with all your ingredients
Yeah,
so far?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
This smells unbelievable.
Okay, just.
Yeah. Spoons.
Oops.
So we'll put a little bit of salt and pepper in it.
You're not going to taste it first?
I know it needs it.
Okay.
I'm not going to put the pepper in yet because the pepper, I have a lot of heat in here already.
Notice how he didn't give me a spoon to taste.
I love how this just sneaks up on you.
Yeah, you get the tomato, and you get that just a teeny tiny little.
And then you get those other background spices like the clove and the allspice. What is that?
Yeah.
It doesn't taste. It's not your normal.
It's not normal.
It's not your normal taste in barbecue soup.
But he's not normal.
But we're Northerners. Why do we want to imitate what the South is doing, or the St. Louis or Texas or Memphis?
This is your own planet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
May the force be with me. That was a while back.
That was really bad. Which one do you
That
want?
was a hummus menu.
We'll do blueberry first?
Do the blueberry first.
There you go.
Alright, so the blueberry, you could take the stick blender to it. I need the potato masher, please. What we're not going to do with the stick blender, I like the chunks of the blueberry. So we'll put the chunks of the blueberry in, and we're going to mash it.
Phil, watch the camera.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. It's a little bit thin. So what you would do is you would just cook it, and it would thicken up a lot more.
Right,
Blueberries,
it will reduce down, so it has a better.
the blueberries have a decent amount of what they call pectin in it, and that will help thicken it up also.
So, I love anything that's different, that's not normal, obviously. You're not normal.
Oh, I know that.
Okay. So I love this one because it's blueberry. Like, who thinks of doing a blueberry barbecue sauce? But we love to go to this restaurant in North Carolina, Kinston. It's called The Chef and the Farmer, and she has a blueberry barbecue sauce, which is really
So this
good.
is, the blueberries are definitely different sweetness. The balsamic vinegar is, again, sweet and acid. I do that in my Diablo sauce.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can play around with balsamic vinegar. It gives you a really nice, different flavor. But another good sauce, maybe I might well put this on steak, but chicken and fish and pork. This
Pork,
is
I could
very
definitely,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So-
So that one's all set to go.
All right.
Right. Last, and then we got one more to go.
All right, I didn't get to taste that one.
There's a spoon right there for you. Right. And then this is the Chicago one. And this one is
That's like basic.
this is basic. The only thing different with this one is the pineapple. And I like the pineapple in it because of the sweetness,
Yeah.
the tightness of it.
It's also acid.
It's also acid. And it's do we mentioned this before? Pineapple contains something called a meat tenderizer. It's a natural meat tenderizer.
Oh, it naturally contains MSG. So those of you back in the day
Meat
used to be
salt.
accent You know, they still have it. It's in a red and white container.
Yeah, and it's known as a meat tenderizer.
Yeah, it's known as a meat tenderizer, and MSG is what the
it naturally occurs in pineapple, in papaya.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're marinating things with that, just realize that it's going to marinate a lot faster.
Yeah.
If you've ever marinated chicken and you go past 2 or 3 days, the chicken gets tacky, it gets rubbery because you've over marinated. You're taking out all the good stuff in that. All right. So I tasted it, needed salt. I'll use the back side of my spoon so I don't double dip.
We actually make another barbecue sauce with papaya.
We make one with papaya.
And what we do is when you open up a papaya, there's all these little round seeds in it. Not seeds. Well, they are seeds, but they're soft and they're slimy. And we marinate the chicken with that and a bunch of other stuff.
Coconut milk.
And it's so flavorful and so tender.
And we have another version of a pineapple. We have ginger barbecue pineapple sauce.
Oh my God,
that's off the Jimmy Buffett menu with the jerk. Oh
that's so good.
I mean, we have a lot of barbecue sauce recipes.
We do, but anyway.
So I try to pick the 3 most different and the most versatile.
So I think that's basic.
Basic,
yeah. But
I mean, if you don't like pineapple, you can leave the pineapple out. Yeah. But again, play with your recipes ratios. You know, we have a base. We have an acid. We have a sweetener. Then you add spices to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so next week.
No,
this week.
This week.
Because we did noodle out that menu too well on Friday.
Oh yeah, we didn't know.
So we knew we do barbecue sauce. Tomorrow we are doing burgers. We are going to be doing a Vietnamese burger.
Yes.
Peanut butter makes an appearance again.
And pork. It's going to be a pork burger.
And I'll probably make my burger, maybe with the Diablo sauce with it.
The ketchup with it. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
So that would be that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then on Wednesday, Melinda came up with this one. We're going to do a lobster roll.
Yeah.
But we're not going to probably put it in a roll. We're going to be making making it on top of a salad.
So just give me a second, please.
Go ahead.
Indulge me. So we're filming this during the pandemic of 2020, and it's
that going to be like the blizzard of '78?
Yeah, no, worse. But anyway, so our lobster men are dying right now because all the restaurants weren't able to, use.
They're not opening up, and they're not buying lobsters.
Yeah. So we want to.
This is a good time to get lobsters and try it. Support your local fishermen, produce guys.
Everybody's suffering. Everybody's suffering. So just be kind to people.
And we should take some mysteries out of the lobster because I will take the meat out of the lobster. I'm not going to cook it in front of you, but I will have a cooked lobster ready to rock and roll. I'll show you how to deshell it without too many problems.
Yeah.
So that's Wednesday. Thursday we are going to do a salsa. I'm going to make a fresh salsa.
Dance?
So this is stuff that we get out of the garden or you can buy locally.
Okay.
They come really good. And then we're going to I've been trying to do desserts on Friday. And the dessert we're doing on Friday is strawberry shortcake. But it might be a berry shortcake too. I might add other fresh berries into it.
Well, whatever.
And I hate that we're going to probably noodle this one up. I like making my shortcake with pound cake.
We'll fight about it
later. But you'll get a version of it somewhere along the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it.
That's it.
Until tomorrow. Live at 5. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.